Go ahead.
Welcome to our first edition of Kangaroo Court with the legend. Our first guest is Joe Murphy. Take it away,
If you need the other jacket, right now.
What hell did you get into rugby?
Now look at you.
I'm not really sure, buddy, but I mean, I got into it. One day I was at the park and I saw they were doing rugby, and I think that was the first time I got into it. Was when they said, "Hey, I signed up for rugby." I'm not really. To be honest with you, I don't really know how I first got into rugby. To be quite honest.
Did you have second thoughts about playing rugby? If so, what changed your mind?
So yes, I did have a bit of trouble with rugby. The first day was a success, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it yet. I was afraid to try it because I didn't know if I would like it. The second time Al came to the park with you guys and did rugby, I was playing footbal with a friend, and I told him I made a commitment with my mom to at least try it out and see if I liked it, and I ended up loving it.
That's awesome.
Do you play any other sports? And what is your favorite?
I played several other sports. I played soccer for 3 years for Crusoe. I was a wrestler. The wrestling thing I did, I wasn't there for much long because I was always goofing off with my friend in the corner. I wasn't really paying attention. I never really understood the sport, so I quit. But I was a baseball player. Let's see. And now I'm doing this for 2 years. You okay, buddy? All right.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food, I have to say oatmeal.
What is your favorite thing about playing for the Barbarians?
What is it?
What's your favorite thing for playing with the Barbarians? What's your favorite thing with playing for the Barbarians?
Bobby.
Them. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just getting to have fun with everybody and make sure. And what makes me happy is what makes everybody else happy. As long as they're happy, I'm happy.
Good
That's
job.
what matters.
Yeah.
What is the best place that you have traveled to?
Best place, I'd have to say the Bahamas, Atlantis.
Who is your favorite Philadelphia sports team and why?
Oh, you gotta know, it's the Eagles.
Thank you, Joe.
The Eagles, and because, I don't know, there's just a special team. You got Carson Wentz, who's a good quarterback for a while, and then hopefully we get a new guy.
Thank you, Joe.
No problem, my man. Thank you.
Go. Yep.
Welcome to our edition of Kangaroo Court with the legend. Our guest tonight is Jon Arnold.
How did you get into playing rugby?
look
An
at
old
him.
Blackthorn player by the name of Perry Cummings introduced me. And that's how I started.
Nice.
Did you play any other sports?
I was a runner, but only team sport was rugby.
What motivated you to be a great, generous sponsor to the Barbarians?
I just thought it was a great way to give back to a great team.
There you
Be
go.
part of the Blackthorn family.
Oh, sweet.
Who is your favorite Barbarian player besides me?
Wow, that's a tough question. I mean, Coach Al comes to mind, but he's not really a player. How about Joe Murphy?
Nice.
Hey, how are you?
Where have you traveled for rugby?
Wow, a lot of places. South Africa,
Wow.
Australia, England, all over Europe.
Wow.
Japan. I just went to Japan for the World Cup last year.
Oh,
Hong Kong. I've been to a lot of places.
that's awesome.
Who is your favorite teammate besides Coach Al?
Coach Al is one of my favorites.
You just showed up.
Bill Pepper would come to mind.
Oh, God, yeah.
Besides
I
Al.
understand that you are hitting some new knees. Friday, good luck. What was that? And
What are you?
what are your plans for the new knees?
Hopefully, play a little more rugby. Not too much, though, just enough. Maybe a little touch.
To take care of them
Yeah.
knees.
The new ones will just be a touch.
All right, thank you for your time, John.
Read the whole thing.
And thank you for letting me interview you and for being my coach and sponsor.
No problem. Thanks for
Thank you,
having me,
John.
Steve.
Thank you.
All the best.
Dad,
Welcome to our edition of Kangaroo Court with the legend. Our guest is Collin Corchiolo. Take it away, Steve.
look out.
How did you get into rugby?
Coach Allen.
Coach Allen.
I hear that you play ice hockey
Yes.
and that you're pretty good at it.
Yes.
Is that a rough sport?
Is it a rough sport?
No. Yes.
Who's he play for? Does he play for
Bucks County
What
Adams.
is your favorite thing about playing for the hockey, ice hockey?
Lance Orange, New Jersey.
Do you play any other sports besides ice hockey and rugby? And what is your favorite?
Rugby.
Wait, you played basketball
Yes. And baseball.
and baseball.
hockey and rugby? Phew.
Yes.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Me too.
What's your favorite thing about playing rugby?
Hang out with my friends.
Yes, friends.
Good job, dude.
Camaraderie.
Boss.
Who is the boss?
Who's the boss?
Elena.
Lou or Elena?
Elena.
And last question. Who is your favorite Philadelphia sports team and why?
Eagles. Because they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Steve.
Welcome to edition of Kangaroo Court with the legend. Tonight, another guest is Whitney. Take it away, Steve.
How did you get into playing rugby?
Well, I mostly was a swimmer. Even though I was big, I was a swimmer, and I played a little basketball. And one day when I was about 19 or 20, my neighbor stopped me in the street and he said, "Have you ever heard of rugby?" And I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, "You would like rugby. You get to run with the ball, and people tackle you, and you get to tackle people, and you should come out and play for our club." So the very next practice, I went out to play to see what it was all about, and I just loved it. And I've played ever since.
Do you play any other sports besides basketball?
Well, so I used to be a swimmer, and I never played any other sports. Nothing for on a team. I play sports for fun, like tennis or golf, but nothing on an organized team. No.
What is your favorite thing about being so tall?
That's easy. When I like to go to concerts, and when I go to a concert, I can always see what's happening on stage, and I never have my view blocked by anybody.
Hey, that's awesome.
What made you come out and help coach the Barbarians?
Well, I've been helping coach on the Blackthorn's high school team and their youth teams, and I really enjoyed coaching. So when I heard that there was a group of guys who wanted to come out and learn how to play rugby, I said, sign me up. I wanted to come out and coach because I love the game and I love just sharing the game with people.
Awesome.
What else? Where else have you played rugby?
So I started playing rugby with Blackthorn, but then I moved out to Arizona after a few years, and so I played for a rugby club in Arizona called the Phoenix Rugby Club, and I played there for about 5 years, and that was fun because we got to play a lot of teams on the West Coast, California,
And we also had a lot of international players from Australia and New Zealand who would play. And so that was a lot of fun. But that's the only other place I played rugby is in Phoenix.
Favorite teammate besides Coach Al?
Well, of course, Coach Al was my favorite teammate. When I first came out to Blackthorn, Coach Al was, I played the same position as Coach Al. So Coach Al taught me the position, and he also really enjoyed hitting me as hard as he could in practice. But I would have to say that my other favorite player would be the other guy with Coach Al who hit me as hard as he could in practice, and that was Bill Pepper. And Bill Pepper and Coach Al played together, and so they were the first two guys in my first practice. And I just loved playing with Bill Pepper because I never played with a guy who played so hard, and he was really hard-nosed player. And he was the kind of player that if he was on the other team, you hated him. If he was on your team, you were so happy he was on your team.
Boomer or Loopy? Pick one, and then say the first three things that come to mind.
Well, I would have to say Boomer and his laugh, and just every time I see Boomer and we look at each other's face, we both just start laughing, and I think it's just because we enjoyed a lot of time when I first started playing rugby together, and we've been to lots of games and traveled to tournaments, and so he just knows things about me, and I know things about him, and we see each other, and we just laugh.
That's awesome.
Thank you for your time, Coach Rod, and thank you for taking the time out to let me interview you.
Oh, it's an honor to be interviewed by the legend. So thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it.
Wow.